All right, so on Tuesday, the NBA draft lottery happened, so we're going to start talking about that a little bit. Um, the results were the Spurs got the
Yeah, I
number
got I
one
got him.
overall pick,
I
right?
got him right here. Yeah. So the Spurs actually moved up 2 spots and won the lottery. Um, Charlotte also moved up 2 spots, won the lottery. Portland, they moved up 2 spots as well. Uh,
So those are three
and those are the
winners.
top three. Houston fell out, dropped off 2 spots, so they were highest odds were the second. They dropped to four, and Detroit had the worst record in the NBA and moved down to five. So biggest losers are right there. Everything else fell into place from 6 to 14. Your Raptors stay at 13.
Yeah.
So, Spurs got Wembanyama, Victor Wembanyama, the French guy. As long as they make the pick, which I think at this point is
I
for
mean,
sure.
if ESPN flew all the way to Paris just to interview him, and I feel like the guy who celebrated this, who was repping the Spurs, like just let out a little "Let's go." I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they're drafting
And even
Vic
like
Wembanyama.
even after, like, you saw a video of Wembanyama like celebrating he was not a Rocket when the fourth pick came, and he pretty I think the interview afterwards was essentially him like, yeah, I'm a Spur and I'm ready to win. So obviously for me, the biggest winner, obviously the Spurs, but also Wembanyama, and not just because he's gonna be the first overall pick, it's also because the team he goes to. Guess who were the last two first overall picks that the Spurs made?
There's Tim Duncan
Yeah, in '97, and
and
there was one
then
before that.
David Robinson.
And what do they all have in common?
They're big.
Yeah, so they're big men. They were big time talents. I believe they were generational during their time. Of course, Tim Duncan, in my opinion, is a very underrated superstar, not talked about a lot in the top 10 conversations. But and Wembanyama has Greg Popovich as his coach. He knows how to manage um, young guys, young superstars, clearly.
And Frenchman.
And oh, yeah, Tony Parker. Yep, Tony Parker. And yeah, no, for me, it was especially because he teamed up with Popovich. Popovich is one of the most successful coaches of all time, right? Arguably top three coach, depending on what order you want to put it in. He definitely. I don't think Popovich will retire anytime soon, unless like he's forced to. But yeah, Spurs teaming. He right now he's teaming up with Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell. I didn't watch much Spurs.
I don't know who did watch much Spurs other than Spurs fans.
I don't even know if they did, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
But
They were probably just praying for the lottery.
yeah, the concern for me is definitely his stature. We saw Chet Holmgren get injured bumping into like LeBron last year in the what was the workout runs they do before the season, the Drew League, and obviously I don't know how much Alexei Pokashevsky played for the OKC Thunder as well. So definitely to look at. For those of you guys that don't know who Victor Wembanyama is, he is a Frenchman. Definitely, he's like 7'5", I think.
He's seven.
Shoots the ball insane, could score, blocks everything.
He's
So
very mobile for his size too.
yeah, very mobile
Mobile.
for his size. Yeah. So the Spurs got a good one. We'll see how it goes. I'm definitely the best spot for him. You want to talk about the biggest loser in this case?
I mean, sucks to suck Detroit, right? Like, I mean, I feel like Cade was injured for a bit too, right?
Cade was injured for
Yeah,
most
so
of
that's
that
why,
year.
like, I didn't really expect him to have the worst record, but like with the injuries, um, yeah, of course,
And
it
either
sucks. But like, if they had gotten the first pick, a big three of potentially in the future of Cade, Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and Victor Wembanyama would be pretty
definitely
insane.
would have made a decision on Jalen Duren or James Wiseman, but they're also a loser because they can't even get Scoot Henderson, and they can't also get what's his name,
Brandon
Brandon
Miller.
Miller from Alabama. So like those guys are the projected 2 and 3. It's flipped everywhere. Like it's Victor Wembanyama at the top, then pick your poison between the two of them. The other top prospects I've heard a lot about were the Thompson twins from the Overtime League, Ozer and Amen, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Zobak, and another winner, sorry, is in my opinion Portland. And the reason why, and it depends on which way you look at it, right? You have Portland's got options now, um, and the options are you trade the pick and help Dame out right now, or you make the pick. I think Scoot Henderson might fall to them because Charlotte already has LaMelo Ball, so they might go Brandon Miller. Or even if they take Brandon Miller, they have a guy that could still. I'm not saying he's off. They're off. These guys are off the bat gonna help Dame, but who knows, right? People can surprise us a rookie year. or you just trade Dame and rebuild and gather more picks.